That is the weirdest shaped building I have ever seen. What's up, you guys? Chet the Dream Poet here, coming to you all with another fun-filled vlog here in the South. Today we are not in Florida. No, we're actually near the border. We are at the Okefenokee. Yes, the Okefenokee is one of the largest swamps in the South. Actually, this used to be a really big lumbering community. And, well, from there, well, today, you guys, we're going to go in and we're going to tell that story. So let's head in there. But let's not forget the mask. Well, you guys, this is already the beginning of a very interesting vlog. This skeleton right here, his name is Oscar. And at the time, during the construction of the Okefenokee Swamp Park, he was known as the only male gator around. I mean, come on, just check out the size of that skull. And it looks like they're selling cypress knees too. And they got a Bucky the Beaver. Okay, now that we got all that done, I got a special admission, you guys. And what that is we will be taking a boat ride through the swamps. We'll be taking a train ride later on. And two, I got a map. Right now, we are here at the ticket booth right around here. So I think in the meantime, I believe we're gonna check out the swamp creatures. Well, looks like what we have here is the American alligator pen.
Not that it matters.
And right there, not sure if y'all can see him. He looks conked out. Yes, it looks like he's just lazing around. I just want to say this, I love alligators. I mean, manatees are like one of my all-time favorite animals, but alligators are a close second. So if you think about it, they're a living dinosaur. Oh wait, they are. Yeah, they are. But I'm not really seeing any more, so I think we're gonna head on. Nope, we got ourselves a nut. Oh, I just woke him up. Then he went back to sleep. You know, this pathway kind of reminds me of the pathway at Silver Springs. If y'all haven't checked out that video, please do. It's a good one. And it looks like we have ourselves a collection of turtles here. But much like the alligators, we're probably not going to see any. Oh no, they much like the alligators, they're conked out at the bottom. Except that one guy, he's like, I don't want to wake up, leave me alone. And he popped his head open. Alrighty, now that one's off the list, I wonder which one we're going to go to next. I think we'll go to the swamp creation. At least we not forget, since it is a mask zone. Let's go inside, shall we? Well, this is very much reminiscent of my old days at the University of Tennessee. Looks like in this first exhibit, this is the beehive. And according to that sign, the bees will be back in the spring. What I'm taking is the Okefenokee is a really big hotspot for honeybees. And, well, it looks like they have a prairie life diorama. If I'm not mistaken, that's a blue heron. That's a white heron. If no one's ever heard a blue heron in the morning, it sounds like a screaming baby orc. And here we have all your various den tree dwellers. You got the pileated woodpecker, not the ivory-bill woodpecker. They claim those are still alive though. Looks like you've got, trying to figure out what kind of owl. Barred owl. Got a barred owl. You got little Mickey Mouse right there. Just, they're all staring at me. I'm gonna turn away now. And it looks like they've got this exhibit coming soon. This is an indigenous people, so the Okefenokee region. So I'm guessing the Seminoles. Very, very incredible people. And this is some of the various different species. Good Lord. Look at the size of that alligator snapping turtle shell. Yes, if anyone's curious, I'm a full-grown man. And look at the size of that thing. Yes, that is, I think, big. He probably could have cut somebody's hand off if he wanted to. And if you get caught with one of those in the state of Florida, you could go to jail. Or face a hefty fine. That's a gopher tortoiseshell, an alligator skull, all your various little skulls, otter, possum, raccoon, bobcat, all the other. Just look at the size of that beaver skull. Thing's huge. And here's one of my favorite all-time bird species. It is a sandhill crane. They're a vulnerable species, and they do a lot of flying. A lot of the time, they'll spend their time up north in the winter. They'll like winter around like well, my area, my hometown in the Tennessee, East Tennessee area, and they'll migrate down here. They're big birds. And this is just a diorama of the property of the Okefenokee. I think where we're at right now, I believe we're in the west entrance. I do think. Yeah, and part of it is in the state of Florida. Tiny chunk of it. It says 1, press to play, so we are going to play it.
Although the swamp today appears much as it did when Hernando de Soto and his band are said to be the first explorers to come upon it in 1539,
it's moving up and down.
It is constantly changing. And a part of that change is the unique characteristic of land formation that caused the Seminole Indians, who first settled this area in the late 1700s, to name it Okefenokee, literally land of trembling earth. By the wind and dropped by birds,
this tree is 765 years old. It's a cross-section from a cypress tree. You look, 12, 19, Middle Ages, before the Middle Ages, all the way up until, well, it was cut down in 1961. Alright, I probably should have listened to that a little while longer, but it's close to 2:50, you guys. We gotta make our boat. It's gonna be a fun one. We're gonna get to see the Okefenokee in all its glory. So, I gotta make it before it gets late. But before we board the river, or the boats, this is where Oscar used to wade around in. He had a pretty decent swimming hole, from what I can tell. This is gonna be fun.
You sit on the right hand side.
Okay. You want me on the right?
Alrighty.
All right.
Sounds good to me, sir.
And since she just weighs 80 pounds.
Yeah. Here we go, everyone.
Too bad you didn't buy a bunch of real estate back then. You'd be a rich man now. And maybe you are. You just work here.
Admittedly, this is going to be exciting.
Oh, really?
Dark water.
Dark water, okay.
See, dark water.
Because it's got more seawater again in it, I guess.
Yeah, this is all natural freshwater.
Gotcha.
Oh, wow.
No saltwater intrusion. The Okefenokee Swamp is close to 500,000 acres, 700 square miles in size. It is larger than our state of Rhode Island. The National Wildlife Preserve is about 438,000 acres. It doesn't cover the entire swamp. Trees got scraggly bark, like coming up here on the left, sticking out in the water.
Oh, this
That one
guy?
out there. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's the cypress tree.
Yeah, they're pretty hardwood, right?
It is. Now, cypress trees are two different varieties. When grown, they call them a ball cypress and a pond cypress. They're not related to each other. They just,
Oh boy, guys.
now, two rivers form out of the swamp. One is called the St. Mary's River. It flows east out the southeastern corner and flows east going to the Atlantic Ocean. What do you think about it?
That's really good. That is good.
Coming out of the southeastern corner in the St. Mary's River.
Wait a minute. No, I didn't mean you.
Okay, well,
That's good.
they're about a foot tall.
This water
Yeah.
was good. It tasted just like
Now, we go along this trail ahead of the boat. About halfway the boat, it'll suck it back. The motor will suck the water in that trail booked. Little moonshine whiskey still here to the left. It busted up in the late 60s. This was a 10-gallon pot still.
Is that real?
Yeah. It was busted. It's been here a long time. The bigger one is beside the railroad tracks. You'll see the boards are under the water to the left. The fire of 2007 came all the way through here. Fire cleans out the swamp. The fire of 2007 was the first fire since 1955 to burn into the, all the way across the Okefenokee Swamp. When conditions are right, either lightning strikes or man-made fires do sweep into the swamp about every 30 years to 50 years. The nest hasn't been used in a while. When fire comes through here, it burns the nest out because they're made out of peat.
Do they just lay on top? Is that considered a nest?
But we have to let it sit, and they'll get up on top of it and then dig it for about 65 days.
This is an old
Food
alligator
source
nest.
dries up around here.
Apparently,
In 2015,
alligators lay between
this
1
40
and
come out the
60
top of that
eggs.
nest. We're gonna come in here hot, so I'm gonna not that one, the next one.
Oh.
All right, the next one up.
I got it.
The next one, the next
Oh,
row.
sorry.
The
Got
next
it.
row.
This one?
That's okay. And see where they actually went through the
Alright,
water.
Mm-hmm.
This moss
We're
is
gonna check out.
this bladderwort moss.
Is hoorah where the Marines got saying that? Is that why they say hoorah? Something to do with that bush?
Oh,
I
wow.
don't know about that. But it's,
Oh,
but
that
they
is
probably,
cool.
they probably, the other soldiers, when they got through walking through the swamp, they probably said, hoorah,
Yeah,
Look how
exactly.
tall
coming
that
out
is.
of it. If it needs steam blasting
Yeah.
and painting, this was painted and steam blasted about 2 years ago.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm gonna get up there.
I'm gonna walk up the first floor. I need to exercise.
All right. Well, I hear
I
there.
have to walk up this thing about 3 times a day in the summertime.
Well,
Well, you don't have to bring the school children up here.
Oh,
That's the big part.
oh goodness,
Because, when COVID hit, we had 20,000 school children in the already
20,
coming. 20,000.
20.
Between 200 and 300 plus the parents come.
Oh, that's too many. Ugh.
Yeah,
That's too many.
yeah.
Especially dealing with COVID-19. Oh,
They made it.
well, shoot. Well, it looks like they beat us to it. Get a little bit.
Yeah, you got about 5 minutes before you have to start going back.
All right. Oh, goodness.
The only breeze you get to July and August is up here on top of this tower.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, how hot does it usually get in the summer?
It ranges from 90 to 95.
Oh,
On fire sometimes some weeks.
kind of like Florida on a good day?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. Oh, goodness, you guys.
And we come out here after May, don't wear black because the yellow flies attract the black material.
Oh, goodness. We're almost there. Oh. Whew.
Every time they do this, oh, you made it.
Yes, finally. All right, I'm gonna ring the bell.
Don't expect much.
Oh, wow. Check that out, you guys. You can't see a building for miles. Nothing but swampland, bog, swamp. And we walked up quite a few stairs. I'm very, very tired. So, let's get back down there.
We're undergoing some renovations and some changes. You got to change or adapt. You know, for the previous years before here, before COVID hit, we had Christmas light shows out here. We'd light up around the train. And in 2019, we had 15,000 people out here looking at Christmas lights.
Oh, wow.
Starts at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it goes to 10 o'clock at night. So, we only had a drive through this year, you just drove through out there. Yeah. The Walt Kelly Museum is back there in the Serpentarian building.
Okay.
Back here.
Okay now. Okay now. I forgot I knew that much information about the Okefenokee. Yes, you can drink the water. Yes, they have a giant tower. Yes, alligators lay anywhere between 1 and 67 eggs, I think. I might have gotten that wrong. But you guys, I tried recording it. I didn't catch it right directly. But yes, there were movies made in the Okefenokee. In fact, one of them did very well. I might put that in the description below. Maybe. Maybe. But anyway, our next one on the list is we've got an animal show. This is going to be kind of cool. Alrighty now. Well, here we go. Alright, you guys, before we go on the train, we are going to check out this exhibit. I'm sorry, this is so neat and unreal. Got king snake. Oh my goodness. Little baby gopher tortoises. Some box turtle. And at least we have.
About 5.5 foot. I think you get up to about 6.5 to 7 foot.
Yeah.
And this is actually a female.
Oh wow. Huh.
Now her colors are a little bit dull because she's getting ready to shed. Now once she sheds, her colors will be really, really pretty. Really stand out a lot. You'll be able to tell she's a red rat snake. Killer was actually a rescue, and I rescued Killer. If you rode the boat, they took you by an alligator nest. He is from that nest 3 years ago. All right, now Killer is 3 years old. They normally grow a foot a year if they're feeding well, which they do out here, until they reach 5 to 7 feet, which is sexual maturity. Then they grow more inches after that. Now, his brothers that we caught with him are way bigger than him.
He's pretty little.
He's a pretty little guy. And plus you see his little stripes, they're not brilliant yellow and he's not real shiny black. When they hatch out, they're bright, bright yellow stripes all over them, camouflage. Well, he's getting older. He's losing his stripes. Sort of like a teenage boy growing a beard or a mustache. I was taking a boat tour one day and the nest was hatching out and I went by and this little guy, they get an egg tooth on the outside of their nose. It cuts through that leathery shell. Well, this little guy has made his little cut in his shell, getting ready to hatch out. Well, somehow, I don't know what happened, but he got turned around and from about halfway down his back to the end of his tail was sticking out of the shell. From here up was still in the shell. The shell was swimming around, the egg was swimming around in the water. And I was like, wow, and I looked down, I seen his little tail, something had bit the tip of his tail off. I don't know if it was a bird or a fish or what it was, but I knew he wasn't gonna make it. He was either gonna drown in the shell, or if he did make it, he wasn't gonna be able to get away from anything harmless or something. He wasn't gonna make it. So we get permits every year to collect so many for educational purposes. So I thought, what better specimen to collect than him? So did not know he was gonna be stunted. Don't know why he stunted. Like I say, we've had him and his brothers and sisters, the same enclosure. They took off and left him, and he's still a little killer.
And fun food for thought, you guys. The Walt Kelly, the Pogo caricature that he created is based here in the Okefenokee. Now, we gotta get to the train. All right, now, I wish I was able to see a little bit more of that building, that exhibit, but we're a little bit pressed for time. But yes, they had a little baby gator named Killer. Surprisingly was 3 years old and he was that little. I'm not sure if my GoPro picked that up, but that is very, very surprising. As well as Pogo. Still, this has been a fun vlog, you guys. And now, let's get on the train.
For a main train, the lady started down for some minor repairs. We should be back online in about a week or so. Now this is the only one the railway system inside your town. You have a little more to the left. This is on the hill with the alligator and the hill with the swamp. Well, what's the matter while you're trying to sleep? Are you going to do the bathroom? Swamp. Pay attention when you're draining clear water in the metal. And there's the same thing about the swamp. Now that's not the truth.
Alright, you guys, for those of you who do not know, that was a logging cart. Back in the 18 and 1900s, those type of vehicles were used to log, well, log logs out onto the trains. So, fun food for thought. Alright, for what all you don't know, that was a Seminole Chickie. I believe that's where the chiefs would meet, as well as the house. I believe that was a Tusculum house. That's kind of what you see in St. Augustine, with the tribes in St. Augustine, Florida. The more you know. Like we got what's left of a honeybee farm. The big high voltage sign. Oh, dude. This is where they keep the train. That's the actual train that comes through all the time. This one, they've kind of got it in refurbishment. Check that out. That was a steamboat. All right, you guys. I guess this is where the train ride ends. This has been a really fun vlog. I'm glad I came out here today. Oh, definitely not.
Bugs or something.
Exactly.
Oh, definitely not.
I did have a question though,
All right.
because the walkway was flooded.
Let's check
To the
out
tower.
Pioneer
Yeah.
Island
You
real
know.
quick. So they call this Pioneer Island. Apparently this is what life was like during the days of the Okefenokee's logging. Fun fruit for thought. The Okefenokee is actually bigger, about the size of Rhode Island. Think about that. Huh. Let's check out the house. In memory of Isaac Edmund Highsmith, 1882 to 1942. Oh, wow. This is true pioneering life, you guys. Johnny Hickok. Much of what you see here in the Highsmith's cabin was built and donated by our dear friend. Thank you, Mr. Johnny. Well, indeed, thank you, Mr. Johnny. Old pinwheel. My grandmother had one of those. A loft. It goes all the way up there. That's interesting. And a bed. I bet this would be really, really pretty on nights when it's really hot. And probably we can't see in there. But there is the kitchen area. But we're not going through there because it's gated off. A lot of history out here. To be honest, you guys, I came out here back in 2009 when I was still in high school, and quite honestly, I love it. I remember it was my mother, my stepfather, my sister, and my family. We came down here, down to, well, St. Augustine, Florida at the time, the place where I roam around most in my vlogs. There's definitely a lot of stories in this side where I grew up coming to. So let's check out the rest of the Pioneer Village. It's like they've got their, actually, grindstone? Blacksmith? I think it's blacksmith. Yeah, it's blacksmith. And I'll be dipped. That's a fish head. That's a bass fish head. Oh my goodness. And none other than a smokehouse. I bet that's where they store the hog meat. Alrighty, let's check out the rest. It looks like just a lot of old machinery. No telling how old that is. Looks like this is locked. What's in here? I can't exactly tell, but we're not going to open that today. And ooh, well, not the lantern. Looks like they have themselves a black bear skull. Pretty nice. Oh, I gotta poop! Yes, my inner 5-year-old had to do that. Yes, that was an outhouse. Cane syrup boiler. Huh. Can't say I've ever seen one of those before. But I imagine this is where they boil sugar cane. Neat. At first, I thought this is where they took all the sugar cane. No, wait, this is sugar cane. I thought this was corn. But no, as you can clearly see, this is sugar cane. Not bamboo. Sugar cane. You see, sugar cane is a very close relative to bamboo. Let's get it right, people. We're making progress. Okay, here is the sugarcane mill. This is what I was looking for. But in the summers, when the sugarcane is out, they'll hook donkeys, horses, what have you, to these things, and they will crank out the sugarcane. And it looks like we've flown the coop. Pun intended, because it's a chicken coop. Looks like we got, I think that's another chicken coop right there. And one more right here. But hey guys, it looks like this is it for today. As it said, a look at yesteryear. We got a Seminole woman right there, very pretty Seminole woman. Some old equipment, old grinding wheels, old grinding stones, old power wheel. Huh. They got a fridge from the 30s, 40s. Actually, you know what? I think we're gonna go inside just briefly. As it said, a look at yesteryear.
Here's the map of the joint.
Wow. Old names, old faces.
Okay, come on.
And looks like this is from the Great Florida Cattle Drive of 2021, celebrating 500 years of Florida. Oh, dude, I just love the artwork in that. Dude, yes, I love the artwork. All of that. So I guess this is pretty much the end of the museum, showing old names, old faces of people that has continued to live here. Hey, this is a hand-cut stump. Cotton. I survived Georgia's wildfire. Man, if only, oh my goodness, this place really, really talks. Little stove burner, and of course, as I was saying, pogo. Check that out. Just old school. Oh my goodness. Yes, just look at that. Especially look at the old school papers, and a hand-drawn pogo right there. That is super neat. So I guess this wasn't the end of the vlog just yet. We have one more. It's time to head out. Well, you guys, that was a really, really fun vlog. I'm glad I came out here today. For the last couple of years, I've been meaning to come out here. It's been on my list. Mainly because I've never seen like any of, well, the vloggers that I watch, especially in the Florida area. I've never really been here. And, well, I think Jacob the Carpetbagger was here. Maybe. I'm not too sure, but I had to give this place some love. Because it's, from a vlogging standpoint, it is severely underrated. There's just so much history here, so much entertainment, so much education, so much history. Why just not give this place like more love? Like, I kind of like this kind of stuff better than Disney, but then again, I mean, I grew up going to Disney, and, well, I mean, it kind of wore on me, but that's another part for the vlog. Cause, surprise you guys, in the next couple of months, we will be exploring Disney. Yes, I'm getting into Disney vlogging. Because there are a lot of vloggers that I admire that do that. It's a very, very nice thing to get into. I know I'm kind of going off kilter, but that's okay. So you guys, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. That will keep you in the loop on daily content of my life here in the state of Florida. Well, not in the state of Florida, the state of Georgia currently, South Georgia. But anyway, I love y'all very much. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Peace, you guys. Love y'all very much.